Hello, this is Yara here, and today we're going to be talking about Lightsworn Tearlament. So Lightsworn is going to get a huge boost in power once the new set comes out in a couple of weeks. So yeah, and I believe that the two archetypes have great synergy because Lightsworn likes to mill and they want to be milled, and Tearlaments likes to mill and they want to be milled, right? So they both synergize in that aspect, and they have a lot of level 4s. That means a lot of synchro 8s and rank 4 power plays. So I believe that both of these decks have great synergy, and at the end of the deck rundown I'm gonna be showcasing a little like gameplay that I did, so you're gonna want to stick around for the whole video. So yeah, let's get started. So we are playing the Judgment Dragon and the Punishment Dragon. You might be wondering, why are we playing those bricks? Well, the main reason is because Dragon of Lightsworn can actually search it whenever it gets sent to the graveyard. So plus, you are able to make the fusion, the Enlightenment Dragon, which is an absolute boss monster. So you're going to want to run this. They're searchable to help you make the fusion. We're going to be maxing out on Tearlament Castira. Can mill up to 5 cards in a single turn. And 5 cards is pretty good, right? So we are playing Wolf, Lightsworn of Beast. Not a once per turn. Very, very good card. It's a level 4. Whenever it gets sent from the deck to the graveyard, you get to special summon it. So it's very, very good. So we're playing Sharon, level 4 Tearlament monster. We're playing 2 Raiden. Raiden is good to normal summon, but a lot of the times you kind of want to special summon it of your Lumina. That way you can go into like a Synchro 7 play or something along those lines. It's a tuner, so keep that in mind. We are playing 3 Dragon of the Lightsworn. This card is absolutely insane. If you have a Lightsworn monster in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can send 1 Lightsworn card from your deck to the graveyard except Dragon of Lightsworn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Dragon monster with 3,000 attack and 2,600 defense. So that means that you have access to the Judgment Dragon and Punishment Dragon, and it doesn't have to be sent from the deck. It could be sent like as link material or anything. So the fact that you're able to send whatever Lightsworn card you want from deck, plus gives you access to the dragons, very, very good card. We're playing the Mudora Keldo package because they're level 4 and they're very good to mill. 2 Rhino Hearts. You can play 3, but I don't know what else you would cut. But this card is very clutch, either just to normal summon or dumping it, right? So very, very good card. We're playing the 2 Feelies. This is like a nerf wolf. That's why we're only playing 2. This one has to be sent from the deck to the graveyard by a monster effect. So wolf can be sent by any effect, right? Spell, trap, monster. So but it's still a level 4 free extender. So we're playing 2 Whis. This card, a lot of people, it's one of the new ones. This one says if you can place 1 other Lightsworn card from your hand on top of the deck, special summon this card, then send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. So little cool thing that you can do is, like, if you open this plus Wolf, you can go ahead and put Wolf at the top of the deck, special summon out Whis, then mill the Wolf. Basically, now you have a rank 4. Very, very good card. Or you have a Synchro 8 because it's a tuner as well. And the other effect is if this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can target 1 Lightsworn monster in your graveyard and special set itself and special summon it. So you can target, one of your Lightsworn monsters. So very, very good card. So we're playing 1. The reason why we're only playing 2 is because both of its effects are hard ones per turn, and you kind of need another Lightsworn in hand for it to be like really good. So we are playing the Havness and the Mural because we're maxing out on those. They're at 1 in the TCG. So we have 1 Lumina. Lumina is very good whenever you target something in the graveyard. So we're playing 3 Charge of the Light Brigades, not a once per turn. Insane card, able to add you a level 4 lower Lightsworn monster from the deck to your hand. So any mills cards as well. We're playing 1 Foolish Burial, no questions asked. 3 Solar Recharge. This is Pot of Greed, plus it sends 2 cards from the deck to the graveyard as effect. So if you mill something like a wolf off of this, then you can special summon it. 3 Super Poly to break the boards. I mean, this deck already breaks boards because you can spam out so many monsters, but Super Poly can help a lot. 1 Scream because it's searchable off of the Trivi Karma. So if you mill Trivi Karma, you search Scream. We're playing 1 Lightsworn Aegis. This card is crazy. So it says target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Lightsworn monsters you control. Negate the effects until the end of this turn. So keep in mind, it's not just target face-up monsters, it's face-up cards. So that means you can negate field spells, continuous trap cards, continuous spells, and multiple up to the number of Lightsworn monsters you control. And not just that, but if this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can set this card. So if you mill it, you're gonna be milling a lot of cards. So if you mill this, you can just set it. It sets itself, so it's pretty good. 1 Tribute Karma and 2 Soliak, right? If you mill this, you can search for a Tearlament Casteria or something along those lines. So you might be wondering why we're not playing Planet, because Planet is not good when it gets milled. So I kind of want these cards to be good when they're milled, or so I just don't see that much synergy with it. Like then we have to start cutting cards, and we kind of want to keep this as Lightsworn as possible. So now for the extra deck, IP, SP, Appaloosa, Dweller, a lot of level 4s. We are playing 1 Minerva. You might be wondering why only 1 Minerva on a Lightsworn deck. Well, we can shuffle it back with Keldo and Medora, so you have a couple of ways to be able to recycle it. 1 Bagushka in case we get Shifter or something along those lines. 1 Time Thief Redoer, like if you have like a Sharon attached to it, you can fuse by activating its effect. Michael, you can pay 1,000 life points, target 1 card on the field and banish it. So very good. You make this, it's a level 7, so you make that with Lumina plus a level 4 tuner. We're playing one of the new ones, which is Minerva Lightsworn Athena. This card is very, very good. It says you can, it requires 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monster, level 8. Lightsworn monsters you control cannot be destroyed. It cannot be banished by card effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Minerva Lightsworn Athena once per turn. If this card is synchro summon, you can send Lightsworn monsters with different types from the deck to the graveyard up to the number of Lightsworn monsters used as material for this card. So if you use 2 Lightsworn monsters to make this, you can send 2 from the deck to the graveyard, so with different types. And the second effect is you can banish up to 4 Lightsworn monsters from your graveyard, send that many cards from the top of the deck to your graveyard. So a lot of milling, right? You can mill up to 6, basically. Like if you have 4 Lightsworns in the graveyard and you use 2 to make this, then you can send 2, then mill 4. Very, very good card. So 1 Savage, Synchro 8, generic, 1 Mud Dragon for Super Poly, 1 Garura for Super Poly, Dragos Tepelia for Super Poly, 1 Kaleido Heart for the Tearlament monsters. Actually, you can make all these with the Tearlament monsters. And lastly, the Enlightenment Dragon. So this is what you all are here for. So if you don't know what this does, is must be special summoned by banishing the above cards, 1 each from your monster zone and graveyard. Once per turn, quick effect, you can pay 2,000 life points, banish all other cards on the field and in the graveyards. Once per turn during your end phase, send the top 4 cards of the deck to the graveyard. So if this card is in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can add 1 each of your banished Judgment Dragon and Punishment Dragon to your hand. Then you can special summon both, ignoring their summoning conditions. So it's basically a quick effect, banish field and graveyards from both players. So very good. And when it gets destroyed, it recycles itself. You get to summon 2 bodies. So pretty good card if you ask me. And now for the side deck, we're maxing out on the Bestials. You can summon them yourself by banishing your own cards if you need to. The Necrovolt Banshee, you're bound to mill so many cards. So if you mill this, then you can play Zombie World from the deck. 3 Galaxy Cyclone, one of the few spell and trap card removals that's very good when it gets milled. You get to pop a card, spell and trap card, Called by the Grave, 1 Heartbeat against the back row decks, and 1 Crime whenever we get to go first. So I'm gonna showcase the little replay that I have. Keep in mind, I was playing against a bot. I just want to showcase what this deck could do, like once the new set comes out. So main phase, I'm gonna start out with Charge of the Light Brigade, mill Soliak. So now activate Tearlament Casteria, summon itself. Now I mill Tearlament Casteria, I mill the Felis and the Tribute Karma. So Felis special summon itself out, Tribute Karma, search a copy of Scream. So now I get to normal summon a Rhino, chainlink 1 Rhino, chainlink 2 Scream. Now I get to go into the Minerva. I milled 2, so I get to reset Aegis, and I get the Wolf effect, and I draw 1 because I milled a Lightsworn, so I draw So I get to special summon that out. Now special summon out the dragon. Mill, copy of wolf effect, special summon itself out. Go into the IP Mask Arena. So you know, we have a Keldo in graveyard. That's an interruption. And then we have an IP Mask Arena. We have a Solic that's live. We have a Super Poly. We have a Scream. Whenever the opponent normal or special summons, you get to activate Scream. We have a Lightsworn Aegis, which is like, you know, hot red, but for multiple cards. The Super Poly is gonna pitch a copy of the Mudora. You know, that's another interruption. So, and we have follow up, a lot of follow up. So now my opponent, keep in mind it's a bot, right? It's kind of normal summon now. Key Mage. Okay, so now the Scream gets triggered. So now I'm activating Solic, chain copy of IP Mask Arena to go into SP Little Knight, banish the Key Mage. Key Mage was threatening right there. The A4, he's gonna activate the A forces, okay, and spend a pass turn. So now during the draw phase, activate Jar of Greed. I'm gonna normal summon out Miro, chaining 1, chaining 2, mill 6 cards, special summon out Felix, special summon out the Judgment Dragon, and just attack for game. So yeah, I mean, this deck is gonna be explosive if you want to try it out. You might want to like you know, play around with fiddle around with the numbers to see like what ratios you like, but overall I think they have great synergy, a lot of rank 4s, a lot of synchro 8s, and the fusions are pretty good with the deck. Making Mudora is not even bad because making Mud Dragon is not even bad because it's a level 4, right? It means you can go into like some synchro or XYZ plays. So yeah, let me know what you guys think on the comment section, but I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.